Turkey, you need to put a small ring, the smaller ring in the.
Hey, Matt. Yeah. The only running that I'm gonna be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head too.
The Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford face-off finally happened, and if you thought this was going to be just another press conference, think again. When Canelo shoved Crawford, but didn't flinch, he stood firm, looked the Mexican legend dead in the eye, and calmly delivered for chilling words, "I will kill you." This wasn't some staged moment for clout or clicks. You could feel the venom in Crawford's voice. That single moment turned this fight from a super fight into something deeply personal, something dangerous.
I'm hunting him. That's it. I'm hunting everything that he got. And I'm gonna take it come September 13th. I want all the people in the stands that boo me, they gonna cry when they go home. They crying.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Sure, Canelo has the belts, the fans, and the size advantage, but Bud is coming in like a man possessed. You could see it in his eyes. This isn't just about proving a point anymore. This is about taking everything from Canelo: his pride, his legacy, his grip on boxing. So what made Canelo snap? How did Crawford flip the entire energy of this rivalry? And why does this moment feel like it just changed the fight completely? Let's break it down.
What's up, New York? Thanks for coming out today. We appreciate it. All right, let's get this started. Who's got the first question?
The scene was set at Fanatics Fest inside the Javits Center in New York City, the second stop on the press tour for the undisputed super middleweight clash, scheduled for September 13th in Las Vegas. This wasn't your usual face-off filled with empty words and forced smiles. The atmosphere was electric, like a powder keg waiting to blow. Then Canelo exploded, lunging forward and shoving Crawford hard in the chest. Security scrambled, cameras went wild, but Bud, he didn't flinch. He calmly adjusted his shirt, smirked, and said something no one expected. "You're going to pay for that weak ass push. I got you. Remember I said this." And just as Canelo turned to walk away, Crawford whispered, "I will kill you." This was already a blockbuster fight to pound for pound greats clashing, but now it's more than a championship bout. It's personal.
Now you're skipping middleweight. No rehydration clause, nothing like that, to move up to fight a guy who has dominated that weight class for a decade, or weight classes for a decade. Why do it this way?
Why not? I always say, why not? You know, all the greats do things that people think that's impossible. You know, so within myself, I have the confidence, the skills. I got all the tools to beat Canelo. So why not?
Canelo, you are right now El Gran Campeón Mexico, right? Like, you are the guy. Richard, good to see you.
Crawford isn't just trying to make history, he's out to embarrass Canelo. On Mexican Independence Day weekend, he's not hiding his intent either, but flat out said he wants every fan in the arena booing him to cry on their way home. The mission is no longer just victory, it's humiliation.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm gonna win the fight. It's simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Let's be clear, this beef didn't come out of nowhere. Crawford's been calling Canelo out for years. Every time he said, "I want Canelo," people rolled their eyes, but he meant it.
When you say, "I want Canelo," is there anybody in the camp that would say, "You're not ready for this"?
That's a big boy. He's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, "Oh man, you'll whoop his ass."
Yes, man type
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majmon.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Meanwhile, Canelo kept brushing him off like Bud didn't even belong in the conversation. He'd say things like, "I've got nothing to prove against Crawford. Maybe if the money's right." Translation, Canelo thought Bud was too small, too broke, and not worth the hassle.
Tonight, Terence Crawford was with Turkey Al-Sheikh at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
But Crawford never let up, and now that the money's there, the spotlight is global, and Netflix plus Saudi backers are involved, he finally has the green light to go all in. "I'm hunting everything he has," Crawford declared, and "I'm taking it." For Bud, this isn't just a fight, it's a hit mission for legacy, respect, and a final checkmate on his doubters.
I want to speak to you about some of Turkey's comments. He said he doesn't want Tom and Jerry, people running away in the ring. What did you make of that?
I agree with that. I agree with that. People want to see a good fight. People want to see a good fight, and I agree with that.
Do you think
because people come and spend money to see a great fight, and if the other fighter come and run all the night and don't make a good fight, it's deceptional.
Do you think he saw your fight with Skull and potentially came to the conclusion?
And we talk after. We talk after about that, and it's very sad. But it is what it is.
I know.
Crawford will do that.
I hope not. Because we expect a great fight, the fight of the century, right? So I hope not.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Let's not sugarcoat it. Crawford is entering unknown territory. He's jumping from 154 to 168 to face a tank of a man who eats punches for breakfast. Canelo isn't some washed-up name. He's 6'3" to 2 and just demolished William Skull in May to reclaim the IBF title. The guy is still elite.
I know Turkey is in your corner,
I promise you.
but look, it's
All
gonna
right.
be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm
I
different.
see you too.
You see I'm
I see
different
you.
than all the other
No,
ones.
I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Even Shane Mosley had doubts about Bud. "I think Canelo's too big," Mosley said. "Crawford's a fighter, not a mover. He's going to want to trade, and that's going to be a problem." Translation, Mosley thinks Bud's pride could be his downfall. But if there's one thing we know, it's that Crawford thrives when the pressure peaks.
You can take a guy like Canelo. This guy can do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Look, Canelo can pick and choose his fights. Everyone knows it. And yeah, people are still praising him. But truth be told, he's not unbeatable. And Crawford knows it.
So every time I see him, he'll come and be like, "Canelo."
Yeah, you know how Billy do it too. Yeah.
I'll be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at like okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time it started hitting me like, all right, man, maybe he on to something. You know, then I started sizing him up and I'm like, all right, well, Canelo 5'7", you know, my arms longer.
Yeah.
He's strong, I'm strong.
Right.
You know, it'd be, to me, skill for skill.
Right.
You know, because Canelo not the biggest 168 fighter. So I just started looking into it and I'm like, man.
Let's flip the script. Yes, Canelo has the size, experience, and resume. He's been on the biggest stages, traded with the best. But if you think Terence Crawford is walking into the ring scared, you've got it all wrong. He's walking in calm, dangerous, and surgical. That's the kind of fury that doesn't scream, it calculates. This man is a technician. He doesn't just box, he dissects. He breaks you down methodically. Crawford's switch hitting isn't for show. He shifts stances mid-combo like he's bending reality. His timing, scary. One wrong move, you're on the canvas wondering if you fell or got sniped.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously.
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
His ring IQ, grandmaster level, but reads fighters like he's hacked their entire game plan. He doesn't panic. He doesn't chase. But when the knockout window opens, he strikes with ruthless precision, and mentally, he's ice. No emotion, no drama, no wasted energy, just cold. Clinical execution that makes even elite opponents hesitate before the bell.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Crawford doesn't fight to win on the scorecards. He fights like he's trying to retire you. Like he's got something deep inside that only gets satisfied when he dismantles someone in front of the world.
The thing about Crawford is he believes he's on it. Like, he believes he's the one.
So that's the difference between him and any other fighters that Canelo fight. Because Canelo, people fight the idea of Canelo Alvarez opposed to fighting individually. The thought of him is what puts fear in their heart. But he doesn't care about that because he said he's Terence Crawford, so it's a totally different thing. So if he can implement his strategy and ride it out to the end of the fight, he's gonna be successful. But if Canelo can do what he needs to do, and his timing has to be on point, because he's not that fast as Crawford is. It's all about timing.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
How would you kill me out of interest?
Just one punch.
Really?
Yeah. Because let me tell you why. Because you don't used to getting here. So
You've no idea about my fight record.
oh, well, I don't know. But
I grew up with two brothers. Trust me.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm